Hi everybody, hello. It's 6 o'clock. Oh, it's still going round. Sorry. Hey, we're live. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Hi. So thank you for joining. I was saying it's first time here on this platform with a masterclass. So let's see who's going to come on. We've got a couple of minutes to see. So quite interesting. See if you want to know about it. So, yeah. So just put a wee in the comments what you're expecting from today, and it's about gut health. But be interesting to see what people's expectations are. So, okay. So, right, well, so we'll get started. So I just want to say thank you very much. Oh, now, sorry, how do I record on this? Anybody know how to record on a live? Right, okay, so yeah, I just want to say thank you very much everybody for joining. So if you are looking forward to this masterclass, just put your hearts in the comments and see who's all looking forward to all of this, because I know I'm excited. So hi Alexandra, Eileen, Numai, Margaret, thank you for joining. So this is actually a new thing for me, because what's actually happened is speaking to a lot of people about gut health and not actually knowing what is actually there. I was asking a lot of people about it, and people actually not knowing what gut health was. So after asking a few other questions, I thought, the best thing to do is actually to put something together for you. So just a wee quick thing about me first. I'm certified in many modalities within the nutrition and health, but more closely specialised in gut health. I've suffered from ill health in many forms over the years, from anemia, omega-10 iron tablets, and everything that goes with them. And had acne as a teenager, and then I came back again in my 30s, so it's like trying what happened there. And also dairy products. I would be crampy tummy running to the toilet, so I had to do something about it, and that's what pushed me into looking into gut health. And it's only now that it's becoming fashionable. When I first started, it wasn't there. So one of the first questions that we've got for that is, and one of the phrases that I do like is, it's from a person called Amit Kalantri, and they say is, before you worry about the beauty of your body, worry about the health of your body. So don't worry about the beauty, but worry about the health. That's what's going to get you through life. So poor gut health is a sign of poor overall health, and more correctly, if you have poor gut health, your overall health is suffering as a result. And you have more bacteria cells in your gut than you have human cells in your entire body. And if your gut is unhealthy, those bacteria are unhealthy, and then you're unhealthy by default. So poor gut health isn't only caused by unhealthy bacteria, but they are a major cause. And consider that many autoimmune issues and irritable bowel syndromes are linked to an imbalance of healthy and unhealthy bacteria. So, did you know that already? If you did, put a big yes in the comments. If you didn't, just put a no, and so we'll get an idea of who's actually in there. So now, what is gut health? What do we mean by gut health? Who knows what gut health is? So up until about 25 years ago, it was deemed that the brain of the boss of your body, and the advances of science, that you try to put the brain and the gut actually talk to each other, and thus gut health was born. So that was 25 years ago, and it's only now that people are really talking about gut health. So you have heard the phrase, listen to your gut. Who's actually all heard about listen to your gut? And you've heard that for years, haven't you? Listen to your gut. And it is true. So I would say put that in the comments field, listen to your gut, so you know that you've been listening to your gut. So, yeah. So as I say, it's a new concept, but an important one. And there has been an actual paradigm shift in new sciences between gut health and mental health. And your digestive system is the key component of your overall health, and it does affect your immune system and more. So who knew that that was actually going to happen? Whatever you put inside of you is actually going to affect your whole life. And 70%, although some people actually say 80% of your immune system is actually located in your gut. So that's quite an interesting fact as well. And in fact, research has found that the gut controls so many functions that it's often referred to now as the second brain. So what you've got there is what you're feeding your into here does go up to here, and this is quite important. So who has heard of the word microbiome? If you've heard the microbiome, put that in the comments. It's interesting to see who actually knows about microbiomes. I didn't know what microbiomes were until I started all of this. It was so alien to me, all of this stuff. I just knew that my body didn't like certain foods. Didn't realise that, that there is actually such a thing. So, for the microbiome, that's actually the collective name for bacteria, fungi, protozoa and virus, and they play an important role in the maintenance of health and perhaps the prevention of disease. So the clever marketing over the years, unfortunately, has resulted in many homes having antibacterial wipes, washing up liquids and soaps, and that's getting rid of all the bacteria, good and bad. When you put the wipe down, you're clearing out all this good and bad bacteria. So if you think years ago, you'd be out in the garden, you'd be in the soil, and the kids would be running around in all that soil, and the grass, and and the dirt. Survived, and basically it's the good bacteria that's in us that actually want to protect us. They want to live in harmony with us, and we're wiping it all away. So we have to make sure we've got plenty of that good bacteria in us. But how much bacteria and weight do we have in our digestive tract at any one time? Does anybody know? Anybody want to make a guess of how much weight of bacteria we have just in our digestive tract? Okay. We have 1.5 kilos worth of bacteria at any one time in our digestive tract. So when you stand on the scales, just think 1.5 kilos worth of that is your bacteria. And it's amazing. So even people are going to think they go for, like, in the morning, they go to the toilet and they think they've lost weight when you have a bowel movement. No, because as that releases, you're getting more bacteria forming, so you will always have that 1.5 kilos of bacteria there, and it's great. It's great. And you receive your first dose of microbiomes as you are born. So if you go down as a normal birth, then you get the full dose of your microbiomes, and you'll have all your microbiomes by year 2. You'll have the adult dose of microbiomes. If you weren't a natural born and it was like a section, then the chances are you didn't get all your microbiomes, and that could have an impact on your health later on in life because you missed out on certain ones. So have a think, how did you come into the world? Could that have had an impact on you? And it's nothing, it wasn't your fault. So research actually shows that we can prevent many of the conditions with pure gut health, and that's mental health, brain and nervous system diseases and disorders. We have allergies, we have autoimmune, we have obesity, diabetes and cancer. Now a lot of these can be, let's say not all, but they can be prevented with good gut health. So I'm going to move on. So if everybody's liking it so far, just put a wee love heart in the comments so I can see that you are in there and you're listening, so it's great. I'm loving doing this for you. So if we do step number 1 of the 5 steps as we promised. Step number 1, it's lower stress. So what I would say is stress doesn't always just come when people are stressed. It's all like the mental aspect of it, that you feel that you're stressed, you feel it's all coming on you. So I put in the comments if you've actually had stress in your life at any point. And so I know how many people we're looking at here, because the stress, it doesn't just come in the mental side of things. Stress can actually come away as a physical aspect as well. And so if you've had like constipation, diarrhea, bloating, gas, even reflux, that is all a sign of stress as well. And while you might not know you're stressed, your body is actually in a stress mode. So what we're going to look at just now is the top tips on how to lower stress. And it's actually quite simple how to do this. And the first one is take short breaks and breathe. How many times are you in a situation and you're like, you can feel your stomach going, and it's a fight or flight, it's you went to the toilet, you're thirsty, you just can't eat, and it's all of these things going into your body from your stress. You just need to stop and breathe. Just breathe, and that is it. So what I'd like to do is I want you to do a quick exercise and show you how easy it is to breathe. And it's only going to take a couple of minutes. So what I'd like to do is I want you to close your eyes, put one hand on your forehead, another hand at the bottom of your rib cage at the top of your tummy, and with your eyes closed. And I want you to be sitting up straight, shoulders back, and breathe in through your nose. And don't hold your breath, just breathe in. And then slowly breathe back out through your mouth. And when you breathe in, you'll find your stomach extends a bit, and that's how it should be. So breathe in again through the nose, and out through your mouth. Your stomach will go in. And one more. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. And last one, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And that is how you just take the moment, be in the now, and if anything's stressing you, just take yourself away and breathe, and you can come back to it. And what we're finding as well, even if you're in a situation, if you've got a house full of kids, and you're trying to cook, and they're all around you, and they're here, there, wherever, all one parts of you, all you need to do is just take that couple of minutes and just breathe and come back to the moment. So that's your tip number 1 for stress. Second one is just say no. Just say no. If you find that you're not pleasing anybody when you do that, you're just taking more on yourself and it's really having an impact on you, just say no. You can say it in a nice way, you know, just saying, unfortunately I can't do that. Or you can compromise, saying, I can't do that just now. However, I can get back to you at a later date. That's okay. Just, you know, you don't have to say yes every time. I've learnt that lesson. I used to do that. I used to be like people pleaser. If they came and says, can you do this? I would say, absolutely, I'll take that. And just pile more and more on until I realised I was stressing me out. People that were coming asking me to do stuff, they were fine. They had no stresses because they piled it all on me. And that's when I realised, no, I need to look after me, not to stress. So I started to say no, and what a difference it makes to your life when you do that. It makes a massive difference to your life. Another one is exercise. It's just getting up and moving about. I know at the moment a lot of people are working from home, so it's important to just get up, walk around the house, or walk around the block. Just get up and exercise, or do yoga. That is something I actually tried for myself for the first time in a long time. Oh my God, it's just so energetic. Even slow movements is really well. But one thing I've actually learned that I want to learn more of is called Qigong. And Qigong is another martial art, very much like Tai Chi, and that in itself focuses on certain parts of the body. So one exercise you can do with that, if you want to tie it in, is squats. Just do 10 squats. If you can't sleep at night, get out of bed and do 10 squats. Chances are the blood flow going through your body will help you get back to sleep. Or if you want to get energised through the day, the blood flow will go. So absolutely, just go for the exercising, and squats is one of the best things that I've done recently, and it really gets you motivated. The other thing is listen to guided meditation. You can find them on YouTube. So yeah, go for that. As YouTube have lots and lots of guided meditation, and that is something that I've done as well. I'm now starting to do my own meditation, and it does help. It does get you into the moment again of where you want to be. So the other thing as well is the essential oils. Now I don't know if you use them already. And what I would say is things like lavender, ylang ylang, which is one of my favourites, bergamot, jasmine and rose are just some of them. So get your essential oils going, and that helps you relax as well. And reduce caffeine intake. Now I know that I can be guilty of that myself, so yes, lots of caffeine. So, and the final one here, and it's one that I really like, but I'm not advocating that you do it if you've not got it already, is have a pet. And as you know, I've got two. Got one sitting down here on the floor beside me. Normally she'll be up jumping, having her moment as well. But no, have a pet, because you'll be surprised at how much that does actually help your stress levels. Just a dog, a cat, guinea pig, whatever you want. I'm saying, I even say I've mentioned the squats already. Yep, good. I'm glad you're enjoying them, Eileen. And the coffee, yes. So yeah, and Brianna, absolutely, just dance. Love a dance, a wee boogie. Yeah, had the music on earlier, yeah. I had Boney M on earlier, so yeah, I do like a Boney M. Oh, that coffee in the morning, Brianna, yeah. Yep. That's after the meditation, get everything going, how you want to spend your day, and absolutely, you can have that coffee, but make sure you're not having too much of the coffee. I'm not advocating to stop it, but make sure it's reduced. So, that's what we've got for stress. Number one is lower your stress levels. Now, number two is change your diet. So, how many people know what they're actually feeding themselves with? Where's their food coming from? Yeah. Oh, Jan wants the animal sanctuary. Yeah. So, change your diet is number two. So you have bacteria in your digestive system, and that can actually feed on the sugar and refined carbohydrates, and can create the issues that you have. And sugar cravings are a sign of gut health. And it's actually very true, because if you have sugar, you want more sugar. You get that high, and then you get that initial crash again afterwards. And the one thing that, certainly with the sugars, it's when I was actually starting to look at being healthy, I would look at the things that says low fat. But your body actually needs the fat to survive. So next time you actually look at a product and you see low fat and you see the full fat, compare them. And the chances are the one that's got low fat has more sugar in it than the one that's full fat. So always check your labels, because the chances are they'll have more sugars in the low fat ones. So next time you're there, go and have a look, because that's exactly what you'll see. So I always go for full fat, never low fat. Because full fat is the one that's going to get to you. Why go for half measures? Just go for the full fat. And also the sugar. If you have things that's got like artificial sweeteners, what's actually happening there is the sugar goes in, that artificial sugar goes into your gut. And because the gut and the brain talk to each other, the brain thinks it's going to get calories and energy from that sugar that you have just put in. But you've tricked the gut to say, haha, it's artificial, it's not real, so you're not getting your calories. So what does the brain go and do? The brain wants more calories, it wants real calories. So then you go and hit the biscuit barrel, or you go and get a packet of crisps, or you have bread, or whatever. You will have the sugar. So there's no point in tricking your brain. If you want to have something that's got sugar, just go for the full sugar. And that's it done. There's nothing wrong with having a full sugar if you know that's all you're going to have. If you trick the brain, you're going to go for the wrong sugars. So always have natural sugar. If you want to go for low sugar, natural sugar is the way to go. Natural. And that's the way. So the simple thing is, if you want to heal your gut, you have to change your diet. So one of the first things you need to be doing is cutting out the sugar. And if you can't cut out sugar, go for natural. Okay? So also the refined carbohydrates. And that's the first step you've got, is to strengthen your health. You'll also reduce the yeast growth in your gut and other unpleasant issues that you've got as well. So eat more plant-based products. You'll have more proteins. It'll improve your gut health. You'll also have increased fibre. And more importantly, if you have eating like other meat products, or even meat products, always go for organic and grass-fed animals, because that's, sorry about the vegans, vegetarians, but if you're a meat product, then that's what you should be going for, is organic. You know what you're going to get then. There's nothing artificial in your product. Even at your fruit and veg, go for organic again, because you don't know what it's being sprayed with. And that's getting the natural stuff in there. Now, if you saw my live earlier, we talked about the garden that's outside, and you have to maintain that. And one of the things that keeps the plants alive is water. So you need to have plenty of water to survive as well. So drink plenty of water, and you also want to have electrolytes in there to keep yourself hydrated. You need the electrolytes, and that will help get through your body better and get you rehydrated. And the minute you feel that you're needing a drink, that's too late, you're already dehydrated. So prevent that by keeping drinking through the day. Don't wait till you need a drink, because then you've already reached that dehydration level. And I've put it in twice here on my notes. Sugar cravings are a sign of poor gut health. Get rid of the sugar and eat more plant-based foods. Alternative sugars like your honey and things like that. Things that are natural. Go for natural sugars. You'll be much better. So that was step 2. Now we've moved on to step 3, which is check for food intolerances. So, how many of you have an intolerance to food? How many have got intolerances, or know that you've got intolerances, or just feel that some foods are just not agreed? Because there's more people than you realise that have a food intolerance. So, what you have is you've got symptoms that you're cramping, you're bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, rashes, nausea, fatigue, acid reflux. I could go on and on. So how many of you have actually had these symptoms already? How many of you had any of them? Because that is probably a sign of a food intolerance after you've eaten. So I'm putting a call again. Brianna called for that as well. So with your food intolerances, oh wow, there's still some people coming in with that. Wow, good. So what you can do is, oh, Eileen already knows what she's intolerant to. Yeah, bread and pasta. Yep. I'm intolerant to a few things like that, but I know that I give in sometimes, and I know that I'm going to pay the price, but I still eat them, and I know my gut's not going to like me for it. So if you don't know what you're actually intolerant to, what you should be doing is trying to eliminate the common trigger foods and see if your symptoms actually improve, with that. What you can do is like a food diary, and you can write down the foods you're eating, give yourself half an hour, 2 hours, see how you're feeling, and just write it all down how it's making you feel. Like, do you feel lethargic? Do you feel just gut pain? Do you feel any pain? Do you, all these things, just have a mental feeling, just sit in the mindfulness. How does it make you feel? Oh, bread and pasta, yeah, it's the most common ones, absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things we've got with, certainly with the bread and pastas, is gluten. And I was actually watching a report the other day on intolerances, and it is gluten. And it's saying those that have got like myself, the light coloured skin, 70% of us actually have a gluten intolerance. The darker your pigments, the more tolerant you are to gluten. It's just quite a bizarre one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, breaded prawns. Oh, love them, Brianna. So, what you need to do is to have a look at the foods that are contributing to your system, your symptoms as well. And to make a positive change in their digestive health, you have to be changing your eating habits. Not everybody's ready to make that change. And while it's got there, it's the only person that can do that is you. You are the only person that can make that change to your body, nobody else. You have to be strong enough to make that change. You have to be ready to make that change. But the most common trigger foods is dairy foods and gluten, sulfites and yeast. Now the sulfites is in white wine. So how many of you drink white wine and then the next morning you're waking up and you're all cloggy up here in the sinuses, and the whole ear, nose and throat's all cloggy? That's a sign you're tolerant to sulfites. I'm not advocating that you stop your white wine, but I'm saying that's a sign of the sulfite intolerance, and there's probably more people than you realise like that. If I'm like that if I have too much Diet Cola, it comes out with that a bit intolerance to all of that. So yes, so there's your trigger foods. So have a think, because I know that with the dairy, as I said, you've got your milk. You can have the cultured stuff like the yogurts, but it's like creams. Yeah. So yeah. So Brianna with Prosecco, yeah, on the red wine. I'm with you there. I love red wine. But yeah, it's more the white wine has the sulfates. But yeah, always check that your labels. And yeah, organic wine. Stick to organic. Is in the labels. I even bought some organic stuff this week at my shopping. So everything's moving to organic. So brilliant. So that's the step number 3. So, is everybody getting something from this already? I hope so. As I say, because at the beginning I actually put it together because there's so many people asked about gut health and they didn't know what gut health was, and that is why I've put this together. So, step number 4 is take a pre or a probiotic. So how many of you already are taking pre or probiotics in any form? And do you know what a pre and a probiotic are? Oh. So, what you've got, a pre or a probiotic, is a supplement to your diet, and it may be a great way to improve your gut health. And prebiotics provide food that are meant to promote the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut, while probiotics are the live good bacteria. Now, what you've also got is, unfortunately, people with bacterial overgrowth, such as SIBO, which is a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. They shouldn't take probiotics because it's just too much for their gut. And what you'll also find is not all probiotic supplements are high quality or will actually provide the benefits. So you need to look at your labels when you're looking at probiotic supplements. And if you find that you're not sure what to do with that, you always consult your GP to make sure that you're getting the best health. Now, we've got your prebiotics are things like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, apple, and my favourite, cocoa, which is in chocolate. So yes, that's my well, it used to be my downfall until I started doing plant-based. I used to have the big bars of chocolate, 390 grams of Galaxy on my desk at work. That's what I used to have. So I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I have a chocolate addiction. But now I'm lucky if I have 2 squares of chocolate because I've changed my diet. I've got less sugars going into my body, that then helps the body overall. So that's with your prebiotics. So as I said, they promote the growth of the beneficial bacteria in the gut. So when you're making your dinners, most of the time you will have garlic and onions in it, or you'll have leeks or bananas. So that's what you're looking for in your diet to actually grow the right bacteria. But the probiotic is the one that lives further down, and it's your live bacteria. And you'll get things from that is like coconut yogurt, pickles, sauerkraut, and if you're a meat eater, you've got grass-fed lamb and beef. And make sure it's grass-fed. And kimchi. So these are the ones that are actually going to help you. So get Margaret back to Melgea because that's got the probiotic in it as well, which is really good. And as I said, some of them, just check your labels to make sure that they are of good quality, because you will find along the range for that. But I think Actimels is actually one of the better ones. And Eileen, yeah, love garlic. Me too. So yeah, garlic is actually one of the best things to have for your gut. So yeah. So, has anybody had any of these other probiotics, like sauerkrauts and kimchi? Has anybody had these kinds? Because I know you can actually make your own sauerkraut and your own fermented goods. So these are all fermented products, and you can make your own fermented. In fact, I've actually got the recipe to make my own fermented sauerkraut, which I will actually try one day. So it's actually quite good. So if anybody's looking for that, I can see if I can find it again and share it to make your own sauerkraut, which will be amazing. So yeah, so that's where we are on step number 4. So what's been your highlights so far before we go on to step number 5? What's been your that's okay, Louise, don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Sauerkraut, yep. Brianna, we'll have a chat about that. Yeah, we'll do that. So what's been your biggest takeaway so far? What did you not know beforehand that you've actually went well about these 4 steps that I've given you, and what is gut health? And seeing your mind like kimchi, good. Oh, kombucha. Oh, I've heard of kombucha, yeah, but I've not actually wrote that down here. Yeah. So, okay. Right, so, step number 5. Scooby? You mind what's a Scooby? And you're Brianna, you can still have your one. Right, step number 5. You have is mindful eating. Yeah. And yet, absolutely natural sugars, you can still have them because your body likes still likes sugars natural. So yeah, mindful eating. Now this one is actually very important. We've talked, already about, the stress levels. We've talked about your change in diet. We've also talked about your food intolerances and taking a pre and a probiotic. But what you're looking for is mindful eating. So what I'm going to ask you is, when was the last time that you actually sat down and thought about what you're actually eating? Because I used to just come home from work, put something in the microwave, let it go ping, sit down, put the telly on, and just sit. And then before I know it, my food's gone. It's finished. And then I'm thinking, where did that go? So does anybody else do that? Or used to do that? Yeah. So what you want to do is just sit down, look at your food. And it's also the same when you're cooking your food. Just take your time with it. Just embrace, look at all the ingredients you're putting together. And be grateful for everything that's got together. And it's not just the foods that you're there. It's where did it grow? How did it get from the farmer to the supermarket? From the supermarket to you? All these people involved in that process. So that's what you think about. And yeah, so it's just thinking about what you've got. You're putting your food, all your ingredients together, cooking them, smelling them, just embracing all of that. That's your mindfulness. And then sitting down. And then, my 36 times, wow, I was going to say 20 times, but 36 is a good one. So it's just thinking about where all your food came from, and be thankful that you've actually got food on your plate to eat. And when you do sit down, chew your food thoroughly and eat your meal slowly, and that'll help the digestion and absorb the nutrients at the same time. And it also it'll help you reduce digestive discomfort and maintain a healthy gut as well. And one of the things that I was actually, I haven't actually wrote his name down, as a doctor. I watched I went in to do it as a study on weight release, and somebody went to him, and he was all about nutrition, and it was somebody who was saying that they need to lose another 2 kilos. They couldn't do it. They just couldn't get the 2 kilos away. And he says, so why you come to me? He says, well, it's my only time that I've got time for me is going to see this doctor, because it was stressful at home. So he got this person to go back and be mindful about what she's eating, standing in the kitchen, and everybody's around her, she's trying this, is to just do that breathing exercise we tried at the beginning. Is just take your time and just breathe. And do you know, she actually lost her 2 kilos because she was more mindful of what she was doing with her body. So that's another way you can release your weight, because you're not just eating away and the food just sits there, or eating wrong foods because you don't know what you're doing. So it's just sitting there. So by being mindful of what you're eating, your body's getting a chance to absorb everything that's in there. So what you can do, things to try, and I have to say I was guilty of this until recently, until about a year ago, and then I got a wake up call. It was actually Eileen, my sister, giving a wake up call, so I'd put the telly on and just walk away because I wanted background noise. And I'd be sitting with my breakfast, all of that stuff. And you know, that's actually one of the biggest things that's going to impact you on what you're eating, is by just sitting down, social media, eat social media, or sitting watching telly on a chair. So what I would like to try and do now is to remove the distractions. So you can either put your phone to the side, don't even look at your phone the whole time you're eating, and switch the telly, make sure the telly's off, and just be in the moment and enjoy what you're eating. Take that moment to just savour all the foods and breathe the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture of the food, and just do all of that with your food. And you take your time and chew it and taste it and let it go down. That's when you'll find that you'll be healthier as well. And also sit down at a table. If you've got a table in your house, sit at the table and be in the now. Just be there when you're eating. If you've got a full house, have everybody around the table. Make sure there's no phones, no tellies, no distractions, and just enjoy the moment. And have that, not a celebration, but have it as like it's a moment that you're all going to get together, and that's your moment of the mindfulness of eating. So one of the things that I don't know if you've done this as well, you'll be at a restaurant and you'll get this big plate of food and it'll arrive and you'll eat it and you'll be chatting away and you'll do whatever and you'll be chatting away and you finish it, and then they bring the dessert menu out, and if they've got your favourite on it, you will order that. And most restaurants have my favourite, which is sticky toffee pudding. I have to order that even if I've had a big meal. And then when it arrives, and you're like, oh God, I'm not going to manage that, because the food, it takes about 15 minutes to actually get there, to tell your brain that you're full. So that's why you need to eat slowly, so you learn how to know when you're full quicker. If you just munch everything, then you sit and your belly's out here, and if you've had too much carbs in that meal, then oh my goodness, you fall asleep. You fall asleep. So if you are going to have a big meal, have it later in the evening, not through the day if you're going to go to a meeting afterwards, because you will fall asleep and your boss will not like that. Or if you're on a Zoom call, you'll actually have to take the video off because you're going like that. So always have it later in the afternoon or the evening if you know that. So I would say that that's where you want to be now. So think how the food tastes, the texture, the smell, embrace it all, and enjoy food. Enjoy it. But some people with, again with the mindfulness, it might stir up memories. If somebody gives you an item of food and you go, oh, I'm not touching that. It's because it's bringing up sad memories or not so good memories that you've had. So you're basing that one item of food on something that happened in your past. But that might be something, if you eat it again, you'll change the perception of the food. You'll start to enjoy it again. So you have like your positive mind, the positive vibes, and a positive life with all of that. So that's what I would say with the memories of food. How does it make you feel? What brings up when you eat certain foods? Is it happy? or does it make you sad? And it's just embracing that. So learn to enjoy food. So my new mantra, and I'd like you to say this as well, is, remember what I was going to say, I have a happy gut and I have a happy mind. So that's my mantra. I have a happy gut, so I have a happy mind. And that's what I keep saying to myself now. I have a happy gut, so I have a happy mind. There's so much going through here to up to here. And that's what we're looking at, is how to get past what happens in your gut. There's so much. In the sense that there's so much more that's involved in this, that, oh my God, once I get started I can't stop. Because there's so much it can help with if you get that right food into your gut. Because one item of food for one person might not be good for another person. And it's understanding how that actually helps your body, is how it helps. And by removing certain foods, you can actually repair your gut. There is one thing we've got, is called leaky gut. It's where there's been holes in your gut and certain foods are getting through, and then they are it's affecting certain parts of your body. And you could then, it might then go into like an autoimmune. So by removing certain foods, you're then getting your gut to heal, they're getting the tubes to repair themselves. You can then start reintroducing that food, because it's not then getting back out into the system. So there's so much with the gut that people aren't really aware of. And this is actually a subject now that I'm passionate with. So with that, so as I said, at the beginning, I have had, a wee bit sort of ill health with that over the years. And I always remember having a cream of mushroom soup one Christmas. And oh my God, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I was on the toilet the whole evening because of the cream. And it was before I knew that my gallbladder was needing to come out. So understand what's happening with your body. So that's how I got involved in this. And as I say, I hope that that you've got something here from this as well. So far what we've actually got here, I've shown you the tools that you can help in resetting your gut health. It's simple steps of what you can do. So now you're in a position to move fast into healing your happy, healthy and energetic self. So, to make sure your goal is not just to achieve a healthy body, but you want to have a clear mind, to be energised, to be free from that bloatedness and puffiness that you get. And if you're anything like me, and you want to get moving fast. And what I find is most of the time that when we're left to do it ourselves, it doesn't get done. It doesn't get done. Because there's nobody there to help you, encourage you through it. So, if you're ready to be supported in healing your gut once and for all, and if you're ready to have a step-by-step easy plan, let's get on a call and I can help you with that. So, there we go. So that's it. So I just want to say thank you very much for coming on my first masterclass on gut health. If there's any feedback on this one, if there's anything else you'd like to know, drop me a message. As I was saying, but if you want to have a step-by-step plan on how to get forward on this one, just get in touch, send me a message and I will help you. So there we go. So thank you very much everybody for joining me on this one. So there we go. Thank you.